Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the Big JB on Thursday morning. No hat on Hat Thursday. I hope you're wearing a hat because it's Hat Thursday, so why not? But I'm not wearing a hat, so I am not leading by example. Isn't that special? It's kind of funny. I have two things I want to talk about today, and they seem very contrary from each other. The first thing I want to talk about is a scripture that I heard this morning as I was listening to the Bible on my way to work. The other is Diablo 3. So, I guess you're getting both sides of the spiritual spectrum this morning. So it's a verse it's in Proverbs that says, "As a fool returns to his as a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool returns to his folly," which is gross. But I had a dog who used to throw up and then eat it, which is gross. And I don't know that every dog does it, but that's certainly the thing that I think of when I hear or read that scripture. And I thought that it was poignant because it's like the fool goes back to his folly, thinking that it's going to be good and thinking that it's going to be satisfying and that it's something that's tasty to eat. Obviously, to us, it's disgusting to see a dog return to its vomit. We would never do that. And that's really gross. And so I think that's kind of the point that the author of Proverbs is making at that stage, is it's really gross to return to your folly. If you've been foolish, don't return to your folly. So always a good idea to learn from past mistakes. And if you find something is foolish, then don't go back to it. So the second topic, Diablo 3. I got to play in the closed beta. I didn't play in the open beta. I played in the closed beta quite a bit at first. I tried a bunch of the first classes. I played through the first level. Got to the Skeleton King, which I think is public knowledge now that the open beta has happened. My confusion with it, and Diablo, honestly, I think the first level of it is gross. I mean, Diablo 3 is a graphical improvement over Diablo 2. I didn't notice much difference between, in my opinion, there's not a lot of difference between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 in terms of story and the terms of the way that things work. There are some little things that are different from the previous, from Diablo 2 that I appreciated. Hearing conversations of people around town, that kind of thing. I don't know how in-depth that's going to get in the game because there wasn't much to play beyond that first level, ever. And that was all you got to do the open beta for as well. So people were basically killing the Skeleton King over and over and over again. And that first level is disgusting. You're fighting mostly undead that are assaulting the town. And they're gross. Like big fat guys that explode with these eels or worms or whatever when they die. It's really awful. And then another zombie that basically pukes and more zombies come up out of her puke. It's really, really gross. And I have a really hard time with that. I mean, I've played Left 4 Dead. I've played Left 4 Dead 2. I am not usually a big fan of zombie type games, but I like those two. And yes, there are some gross zombies in that, but I don't know, it has a different quality to me than the level of, I can't even call it gore, because it's just nastiness. Anyway, my point is, rather than spending all that time talking about how gross that first level was, I was going to talk about I'm confused as to how Blizzard gets an effective beta test and effective results if they're only letting people play through the first level. And I had hoped to be able to experience more, or more beyond that first area. And after you kill the Skeleton King 2 or 3 times, I don't really see any point in going back through and doing it over and over and over again. And I never once got to play anything beyond that first level. So I don't know if I'm going to play it when it comes out. I might. Some of my Star Wars Guild members, I think, are going to play it and they're going to get it, but it's not, I don't know, it's not as fresh as I had hoped, and I didn't get to see anything beyond that first area, so I don't know if I'm really going to enjoy it past that first level of disgustingness. Certainly not a game I can play with my kids around. So that is something that I will have to wait to play until after 8:30 p.m. Well, that's it for me today. I am going to head into the office and hopefully get lots of crap done. Redid all my schedules again, but I think it's gonna work out really well. That's it for me today. Everybody have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow, of course. This has been The Big JB. You can follow me on Twitter at VoiceOfTheBigJB. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting the like button. See everybody tomorrow. Bye.